Well, hello, Bob Dendry here, and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where we are building the town of Lorikeet Valley. So last week, we built this new suburb over here in Thornton, as well as did a little bit of expansion of Lafayette Hills over here, which got us up to 42,000, therefore unlocked a new square for us to use. And this episode is all going to be about getting that new square set up, and really starting to optimize what we're doing with our existing city to take advantage of that square as well. So if we pop up to our view over here, we've got a couple of options that we can look at. We can continue sort of expanding towards around the Thornton area over here, perhaps this sort of missing square that's really impacting our ability to upgrade this road here. But what it really will come down to is our ability to sort of access this big plain area, and it's where we're going to be moving on to at this point. So I'm going to actually purchase this corner square here, and let's pop over to it and sort of have a look and see what we can use over here. So we are limited a tiny bit by our motorway, but overall it's not too bad. And what I'm thinking we can do is, we've got Lorikeet Farms over here that was sort of one of our first industries we set up. It was separated from our residential at the time as well, but is now sort of in the middle of a fairly built-up area. We've got industrial on one side, we've got a big shopping centre, we've got some older residential, and then we've just got this little farm just smack bang in the middle. It doesn't really work anymore. But the government of Lorikeet Valley has a plan, and they know what they're going to do with it next. So this area here is actually going to be utilised as a bit of a Civic works campus. So we'll be moving the farms out of this area, and we will be moving in some of our somewhat but not completely noxious uses that that sort of need to be close to but not in our residential area. I'm thinking stuff like our sewage plants are just sort of sitting by themselves over here, bus depots, a little bit of warehousing, and some power production and recycling facilities as well. So let's have a look at this square that we've unlocked anyway. And if we look at our raw materials, we can see we've got so much fertile land over here. And if we look at our topography, it's reasonably flat. It's not perfectly flat, but it's not too bad. And what I'm thinking we'll probably do is try and flatten out pretty much all of this area. We can get a nice farming industry area sort of right on the edge of this sort of area between our highway and our rail line, and we can lay down a much bigger farming area than we currently have over here, and hopefully get that up to 5-star as well. So we're going to start by doing that managing of our topography. So if I just pull our topography lines back up, I think the level that actually both our rail line and our motorway are sitting on is going to be the right level for us. So if I just we can actually, no, we can't, we need to leave that up so we can see our lines in a bit more detail. What I'll do, we'll set a fairly large brush size. Brush strength of 1 is fine. We will grab the height of this area here, and we're just going to just push that as far as we can. And as you can see, we don't have a massive difference in height to our motorway. It does come down by, a fair few meters, but it's not like it's not coming down a mountain or anything like that, So we will just flatten out this whole area. Very expensive, obviously. And I might just do a little bit of smoothing around this rail line, because it's now a little bit sort of weird how it's working. So that is quite good there. We've got really good access to both our expressway and our highway over here as well, so that's a pretty good option. So how is it going to look? So I'm thinking we're going to go with some country lanes. So we're not going to go our old school rural road asphalt anymore. We will pop it up a little bit in terms of how it looks. We'll get some, just lay down just a bit of a road here, just so we can have a look. We have anarchy turned on for our trees, so I'm just going to need to quickly fix that situation. And let's just have a look and see what buildings we've actually got available in terms of our industry area, because we haven't really looked at it since we placed it down, which is unfortunate, to be honest, that we didn't sort of spend the time developing it. So we now have some medium fields as well, and I think we've probably got a few other things. So I'm just going to lay down a bit of everything. I'm not going to lay down the main building. In fact, what we'll do, I'm going to take our industry area, and what I'm going to do is we're just going to grab some of it and sort of just take it out in a very jagged fashion, and just lay try that again, and just lay it down over here so we can lay some buildings on this road and have a look at how they will fit. So we probably want to have plenty of fields, plenty of fruit fields and just crops. We need to level up to level 5 to get the large crops, so we're quite a while away from being able to utilize those. But if we have a look, hopefully I can get rid of our industry area. No, I can't, can I? It just stays there forever. Probably need to look at like hide it or something like that. So if we just have a look at this, so we've got a greenhouse here, quite nice. We've also got, we can do wheat, we can do potatoes, cotton. I don't know why sometimes it makes a plopping noise. That's a bit weird. We've got corn. It's also complaining that it doesn't have enough raw materials or natural resources. So have we placed it too far? Oh, we have. My bad. So our fields need to be more in this direction. That was a rookie error by me. So we might place a bit more of a road, and then we will do a bit of a cross over here. So in this theme, in fact, I'll take it a little bit further. Our fertile area is represented by this more sort of yellow ground, as we can see, sort of a big splodge of it in this area here. So I might just get laying down pretty much. We might try and get sort of some blocks of 4 of those medium fields, which if we compare that to what we have over here, well, in fact, it is the same as what we've got. We've got greenhouses over here, and we've got some small fields as well. So hopefully that should sort of boost our production based on what we were doing at our old area here. As you can see, I'm just going to place down some of these. It is a square asset, so we should be fine to sort of size it by doing this sort of thing here. And I just want to rotate this guy so he's facing in this direction as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll do probably a few of those. I'm hoping this will be a fairly large, spread out farming area. So this should give us a fair amount of production over here already, but we've also got the opportunity to get in some like animal pastures and stuff like that. They don't require the natural resource, I don't believe, because they get the plant products from these primary industries. Okay, and we're going to get a fair few of these silos down so we can store some of our lovely raw materials that we're producing here. Probably get a barn as well, something like that. Nice. I don't know how we've got workers and stuff here because we have no road connection, but apparently people have appeared and they're happy to help out, so that is good. So we need some animal products as well. We do have animal pastures. Also can utilize a flour mill. We've got cattle sheds as well. and a milking parlour as well. So we've got a couple of different options, and we'll probably sort of mix them together a bit, I think, so they we get a bit of a variety in what we have. So we'll get a couple of pastures down, and those apparently are just the right size based on our existing... Oh, okay, so pastures do require natural resources. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Oh, actually, no, hang on. No, they need raw materials. Sorry, all good. Almost made a mistake there, but we worked it out. What else have we got? We got the cattle sheds. They're a little bit different size. And we've also got the milking parlours, which are, once again, a little bit different size as well. But I think... Do you reckon they'll fit in there? They might... No. Need a couple more units. So I might just take the opportunity to just increase this by a few units, so there's no conflict with that intersection there. And we can get a path in the middle or something like that. There's no issues with there. Okay, so we've got a couple of milking parlours. And we'll just get some roads through the middle here, just to keep things interesting. Next we'll get a warehouse or two down, I think. Warehouses might be better over here, potentially, because they're not going to be taking up any of our natural resources that we've got there. So got a couple of our larger warehouses there. Nice. So as you're coming into town, you sort of get a view of the industry. Probably not ideal. Not the best advertisement for your tourism industry, but it is what it is. I reckon we can probably get a few more of our food production buildings in here as well. Okay, so we've got a few cattle sheds. And we can fit something else in here as well, maybe a barn or two. I actually fit a few barns here. So we've got plenty of storage. Might upgrade that to a 2-unit road though. Perfect. Cool. I reckon that looks quite nice. I think that's a nice start to our new industry area. So what we need to do now, really, we need to connect this up to our road system, and we also need to start either migrating across or deleting these old buildings that we've got here. So like our flour mill, and we've got a few cattle sheds, a few fields, things like that. Not enough buyers for product. So we definitely need to be increasing our sort of secondary industries that are consuming these crops, I think, because clearly we don't have enough to I guess, utilize all of this. What do we got over here? We've got some animal products. Animal products in the warehouse yard. Yummo. We've got some flour as well. Okay, cool. Alright, so what we might do... we might make a connection here. Might switch this over to a lined road. Yeah, nice. I think that's pretty good. We might add in some dedicated turning lanes as well. On both sides. So that will allow us to actually get some workers in now. So that's good. And we probably want to make maybe a connection to the motorway. I'm not sure if we will do that yet, but we certainly want to probably make a connection across the motorway 100%. To give us that, so you don't have to go on the highway if you want to go into town from this industry area. So we'll go ahead and we will get a rural lined road, and we'll actually probably go from this direction, so we're not taking any of our raw materials, at least as little as we can. So we can just sort of like skirt around the edge of our motorway, and maybe just make a bit of a connection over the top into our existing industry area. I think that does make sense. And we'll go to a nice sort of 8-meter high. Well, I was hoping 8 meters high would be good enough, but apparently it's not. I feel like that should be high enough, so I'm going to anarchy that. And we can make just a nice connection. We might switch over to a curved road. I'll just move this a wee bit. And then we can connect in to this existing road here. I think that's pretty nice. Might use move it just to clean it up a little bit so it's not as dramatic a slope, and we'll use node controller as well just to make it a smooth curved slope. We don't need our traffic numbers though. Why are you still there? Let's make you a slope, and that's probably a bit better as well. Cool. I think that is actually high enough. Yeah, no issues. Ooh. Not much issues there anyway. What is this? Okay. Love it. A ride into city. Cool. Anyway. So we've got a connection now. We do need water, and we also will need power as well. So I'll just get those connections in now. Yeah, nice little connection for the moment. So we should be good for power and water now in this area, which is excellent. Good to see. And then, yeah, what I'm going to do is start to slowly move some of these buildings across as well. We don't want to lose any of them, really. But we can't sort of have them in this area anymore, because we're going to be reusing it. Our mills, what I'm actually going to do, I don't believe they need to be in the industry area. No, they don't. No, they do actually. Sorry, my bad. But I think I want to actually put these in our standard, in our regular sort of industry area rather than in our farming area specifically. So I'm going to move those across. And because I mean we've got no real demand for industry anyway. Oh, that was not good. We used anarchy, so it's sort of just taken over everything. We'll move it again. Perfect. And what do we got left over here? We've got a few sort of grain silos, things like that. I'm just going to delete them, to be honest. Don't really mind if we lose the raw materials. I'm also going to delete the warehouses as well. Question is, have we broken any power connections? We actually have. Nope, no, never mind, we haven't. So we can remove that connection there. Can we remove this one? We can remove that one as well. So getting rid of some superfluous power lines as well, which is good. Always good to remove stuff that doesn't need to be there. But we do need to set up our warehouses over here. So we need a flour warehouse, and we also need a animal products warehouse. They also need water, apparently. Cool, so that should cover them off. And I think that is pretty much everything now that needs to be in our industry area. And we don't have anything left over here either to my knowledge, I should say. Okay. Cool, so that's really good. I'm really happy with that. I think what I'm going to do is I will make some changes to this area, and especially to the road network in this area. What we're going to do is we're going to turn this to a one-way road. Just keep everyone sort of flowing in the same direction. It's a nice easy one there. Perfect. And I think I might delete this center road so we can sort of plan out what's going to be here and how we are going to support that. We're also going to upgrade this little patch of dirt road that for some reason is still there. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty, so what do we want is in this area? I think we probably do need some warehouses. So if we're like importing stuff like that, it would be good to sort of plop some stuff here. So I'm thinking we might try and get a... Already occupied, apparently. What is already occupied exactly? Oh, okay, right. You are... do we need that anymore? No, we don't. Perfect. So we might get a couple of warehouses in this sort of area here. We can probably get some... Maybe some commercial zone goods. In fact, we'll just do both commercial zone goods at the moment. And then we can sort of keep some to service our businesses if we have a breakdown in production or anything like that. I think that makes sense. And let's have a think about what else is going to be here. Aha, we have some barracks we need to move as well. I forgot about those. I'm just going to plop them here, but we might change them around a little bit, potentially. But they're there anyway, and they're increasing the work efficiency. So we want to move over these water treatment plants. Definitely. I might pause while I do this. Because, I mean, they're sort of just in the middle of nowhere up here. So we'll get those moved across, and we might do a couple more as well to plan for, I guess, future sort of a capacity there. I know said I would have this up here and it would be its own, but it doesn't really make much sense, to be honest, to do that. So I will move it down and have it join up with our works precinct as well. There's just no point really having it set up that way. I'll just see if I can get a nice cozy fit here though. So maybe 16 might be right. Let's see. Perfect, and we'll get another one of those down as well. I believe we've also got some garbage assets that we've just stuck places that we probably want to move to somewhere that makes a bit more sense. This waste processing complex I don't think makes sense having over in our ore area. So can we fit it over here? We can. It's going to be a little bit of a squeeze, but we can put it over there and it probably does make sense to have it there as well. So that's moved. And we can probably fit a transfer facility in here as well, I think. Can we fit you there? No, you don't like that at all, do you? We can fit it over there. Okay, so we're making some progress. We're making some progress getting this set up. One thing that we actually have not been using that we probably do need to use is a road maintenance depot. Because these are, you know, quite important in terms of maximizing the speed limits on your roads, stuff like that. I reckon we can probably actually shove that in, clipping with our waste transfer unit. I reckon that actually will look fine. It will look okay. We can probably flatten it out a little bit to make a bit more sense as well. I think that's actually okay. The fences are a bit weird, but I think overall, I think it's not too bad. I think we've got some ride. Yeah, we do. So we'll switch over to using ride network maintenance vehicles, because as you know, I love ride so much. And that, there we go, look at that. That looks lovely. I love that. And yeah, so we can start to get our roads maintained a little bit better. Yay! Finally, we've got power. So we do have this solar updraft tower here. I don't even know like what updraft towers do. Are they a real thing? Do they actually have them in real life? I feel like they probably don't. And I think we've got some coal power plants around the place as well. No, that's not a power plant. No, these are just very heavy polluting industries. Fair enough. We've got some over here though. We've got a coal and an oil, I think. Yeah. Does it make sense for them to be up here? No, it probably doesn't. So we might potentially look at getting them shifted down as well. Or, alternatively, we could actually decommission them and switch to something a bit more sustainable, like our solar updraft towers. What have we got available right now? So we've got the solar updraft tower. It produces 240 megawatts. And we've got our oil plant and our coal plants, which produce nothing like that. So what we could do, if we can shift you over just a little bit, will you shift? You will shift. Well, yeah, that's as far as you'll shift. If we shift you across... maybe we don't do that. If we shift you the other way... it's a bit better. And could we get another of you down? Yeah, I think that fits well enough. And then we can I think we can pretty much decommission those old power plants. So what do these produce? 240. What's our current power requirement, was it? 285. Oh, so, oh, hang on. Oh, what's happening? Uh-oh. What happened? I don't understand. Have you always been cut off? What? Oh, this little connection here I think made the jump. Fair enough. I'll just put in a little power line there just to fix that problem. So we can almost operate just on those two, and plus that. So we can pretty much do it, but I'm probably not comfortable enough to 100% switch over. We've got an opportunity over here as well that we could look at in terms of getting a sort of just a regular solar power plant down, which produces a reasonable amount as well. So I'm wondering if we could maybe consider putting one of those down. I might leave it for the moment, but we can definitely get rid of our coal power plant and possibly one oil as well. So what if we do that? What are we looking at? Apparently still heaps. We must have, where, oh, okay, we do have a few others. We've got some wind power as well. Nice. Cool. So we've got those two turned off now. So we're saving some money on that, hopefully, and hopefully helping the environment a little bit as well. And we've got a little bit more space that we can use here. The question is, what are we going to do with it? What do we want to put here? So one thing we have actually not been taking care of is our postage use. So probably make sense for us to start doing some postage. I don't know how much it actually adds to the game, but I do usually use some postage. So we've got a postage sorting facility I've just plopped down in our industry area here, and we've got some post offices that we can potentially plop down around the place to sort of take advantage of and to utilize. We do have this this area here near our Homemaker Center that could probably do with a post office, so I might plop one down there. We, of course, have anarchy on. We've got a little post office here. Nice. And we've got a few more that we can place around as well. Probably in Green Hills makes sense to have a post office as well, because it's a fairly densely populated area, so there probably would be a bit of demand. I wonder if we can sneak it in on any sort of little spaces we have available here. Lovely. Banksia Hills will definitely need one. Probably try and get it in our little commercial node here. Old Lorikeet Valley, of course. We actually have some space here that we could use rather than having to take out a building. Excellent. Lorene apparently already has post office coverage. I don't know why. Potentially you've got post trucks that have come straight from our sorting facility and gone straight there. Don't know. Who really knows? We've got an abandoned building here that we can... Oh, just can't use that one. It just wants to take a bit of the next building along, unfortunately. Well, they're complaining about needing workers, so we'll just do them a favour and take them out now. Cool. So we have a little postage network we've set up here as well. It is good. Always good to see. I like sending letters, apparently. And yeah, so our little city civic campus is almost done. What I might do here is use asphalts here and just sort of cover this, really, all of this area over. Okay, I don't know if we need. Is that Bob? Are those plants? Yeah, we might just get rid of those. Doesn't make the most sense, I don't think. And we'll just cover the rest of this area over with a bit of asphalt as well. Lovely. I might put a little bit of greenery in this area, actually. It's not complete concrete jungle. Give them something to, I don't know, somewhere to sit when they're on their lunch breaks or whatever. Oh, I've already got a few benches out here. Excellent. So we can just plop a few trees in here then. And yeah, they'll be quite nice, I think. You got a few junipers maybe. Cool. And yeah, this is immediately a very popular area for our industrial traffic, as you can see. They're a bit everywhere. It is causing some slowdowns across the rest of our network, but I think it is okay. I think we'll be able to handle it. Well, that is going to be just about all we have time for today. We've actually had to split this episode in two. It was originally one episode, but it is going to be a very big one. So I will be including the rest of this episode next week. There's some cool stuff that will be happening. If you've enjoyed this episode, please make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device the next time I post a video. You'll find links to my social media in the description, so please jump on there, follow, like, subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff. You'll also find a link to my Discord if you want to join the conversation. Hop on there and I'll have a chat. Other than that, you can also find my Buy Me a Coffee link should you wish to give something financial to the channel for the content. But until next time, I'm Bob Dendry, this is Cities Skylines. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.